Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's me, Crendor, and today I want to react to all of the old World of Warcraft cinematics because obviously the newest one came out for midnight. I was kind of like, it's okay. It wasn't like amazing, it wasn't bad per se, but I want to just go back and compare it to some of these older cinematics because I haven't seen some of these in so long. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just watch every World of Warcraft cinematic. And I think that'd be a fun video. So let's just hop right in, starting with classic World of Warcraft. As you can see, the big dwarf up there. All right, here we go.
4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated.
I actually forgot this part was narrated.
The drums of war thunder once again.
I mainly remember the part coming up. Yeah, there we go, the dwarf and the bear. The epic music. Like, dude, this is it's so epic. Like, you first see this and like you just instantly want to be ported into that world, you know what I mean? The night elf. Oh yeah, she morphs into the cat form. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, the Undead Warlock. Another classic. I think what's so cool about this cinematic is it's really kind of just giving you a taste of what you can expect, right? Like, it's showing you this vast new world of Warcraft. And there's all these different races and classes, and there's so many cool things going on. And, there's orcs burning fire in front of Orgrimmar. You got the dwarves in the snowy mountains, the undead in the fields, the night elves in the forest, right? The Tarn in the plains. You got some human mage throwing fireballs. And then they just all start battling it out. Like, that's just fantastic. You can't beat that. Granted, I think some of these you actually kind of could beat that, but that's such a good one. All right, so now we're moving on to Burning Crusade. I actually don't remember the Burning Crusade one, so I'm kind of curious.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years.
Oh, it's the Illidan.
Banished from my own homeland. And now you dare enter my realm. You are not prepared.
He said the line. That's the line that people say. Oh yeah, you got the Drain Eye. Like, I think so far, and there's the Blood Elf, like the vibes, oh, I remember this. The vibes I get from the cinematic so far, which is what I've really wanted them to do, is they make you feel like you want to jump in and play the game. If that makes sense, right? Like, it makes you want to jump into the world and experience the game, play the game. You're like, yo, I want to go play that right now. I want to jump into Outland. You know, I want to play a Blood Elf and Draenei. I want to get in there and fight, right? That's kind of how I feel when I watch these. You got the same orc, I think, from the classic WoW cinematic there. Or at least a similar one. Same with the human mage. Oh yeah, the sheep. Murlocs. And you got the Illid. Like, that was a solid cinematic. And then, you know, even though it is a meme of him at the end being like, you are not prepared, right? It really makes you be like, it's almost like a challenge, right? You want to go play it now. You're like, you know what? I am prepared. Now I'm going to show you, right? I almost get that vibe from it. So I actually like that. I like that trailer a lot. Or the cinematic. Well, I guess it's a cinematic trailer. You know what I mean? All right, now we get the Wrath one, the classic.
My son, the day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
This might be the best cinematic. Like, straight up, I'm just... Even just that intro alone is so good. You know, I know a lot of people say...
I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon
I'll let him talk.
of righteousness. Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, people like these villains and expansions because of Warcraft 3 and it's building upon it, right? And there is truth to that. But, like, even said, like, with that all said, they're still, like, really cool villains. You know what I mean? Like, especially Arthas. Like, I think even without Warcraft 3, he's still a really cool villain. Right, and then, like, the second half of the cinematics is, like, you get to see his true power, what he's been up to. He's got zombie dragons. You know, he's, like, in the snow and the blizzard. Like, he's building his army up. Right, here comes all the undead or Forsaken and everybody.
The hearts of your people.
At least it's not Forsaken, but you know what I mean.
I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
Like, that's so good. That's so good. And, like, you don't have to say anything, right? I think that's what's so impactful, is, like, it makes you want to play because you want to go fight this guy. You're like, dude, this guy's insane. Like, this guy's so cool. I got to go fight him. And I think that's what's so cool about that trailer. And you want to find out what's going to happen to him, right? I think that's what's so cool about it. All right, now we got Cataclysm. This is when I started making YouTube videos, back in the old unreleased Cataclysm trailer. This is actually a pretty cool cinematic. So I think this is when he like burns the world, isn't it? Oh, we're about to see, but I'm pretty sure it is. Dude, the Booty Bay statue.
The world heaves with my torment. Its wretched kingdoms quake beneath my rage.
Honestly, this cinematic is pretty cool. I forgot how cool this one actually is.
The whole of Azeroth will break.
And you know, at the time, we didn't realize that the world was going to be broken to this very day.
Will burn beneath the shadow.
But like, you see this, you see Deathwing, he's blowing up the world. It makes you want to be like, yo, I got to get into the world. I got to see what he's destroyed, right? I got to see what he's doing. That was actually pretty solid. It was better than I thought or better than I remembered it, which I think part of it was just I kept remembering my old video making fun of it. All right, oh yeah, Pandaria time. I like barely remember this one.
To ask why we fight is to ask why the leaves fall. It is in their nature. Perhaps there is a better question.
Oh wait, I kind of do remember this now. Okay. Oh yeah, he gets attacked. Okay, yeah, now I remember it. And then the panda comes out. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Oh yeah, he hits them both. There it is, yeah. I actually like that this one's got a little bit of goofiness to it, right? It's like a little bit of a kung fu movie. Just probably the vibe they were going for. Like the panda's just kind of showing them both like, hey, I can beat both of you in a fight. And then he does it. And they're just like, hey, you know what? Maybe pandas aren't just some meme. Maybe they actually are worthy of joining the Alliance and the Horde.
Why do we fight? To protect home and family. To preserve balance and bring harmony. For my kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for?
Like, that was pretty good. I would say that was the weakest of all of them, but I still think it's a pretty solid cinematic, right? Like, it's showing you we're going to Pandaria, we're gonna learn about pandas. They're actually pretty good at fighting. You know, we get to learn about their land and learn what is worth fighting for, right? I actually thought that was pretty good, but you know, it doesn't have the villain or anything like that. It's more about exploring Pandaria, right, and learning about pandas. Now we get Warlords of Draenor. I honestly don't remember this one. But we are warping back in time, of course. Oh, that's right, they're drinking the Gul'dan ooze.
Drink, Hellscream. Claim your destiny. You will all be conquerors. And what, Gul'dan, must we give in return? Everything. Reject this gift. And did you bring these mongrels here? Just to watch you die.
I will say, even though we're like going back in time, and it's a bit of a meme, this is pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's right, him leaping out of the fire. That's pretty sick.
This was not our destiny. Times change. We will never be slaves.
We will never be slaves. Like, yeah, honestly, that's a cool cinematic. I would say
Be conquerors.
I would say, like, it's solid. I don't think it's amazing. Like, it still is just kind of like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, we learned about the orcs and stuff, but I don't feel like it doesn't really make me want to jump in and play Warlords of Draenor. Granted, that might just be my bias after playing Warlords of Draenor. So, you know, Like, honestly, I would say it was still good, but I would say it's the weakest of the bunch right now. But it was cool to see that little, like, you know, scene play out with learning about the Horde and the Gul'dan thing and drinking the ooze or potion or whatever the shit. So, I mean, that was cool. But yeah, I would say out of all of them, that might be on, I'd say that's on par with Pandaria. I'd say they're about even there. Maybe Pandaria like 0.5 higher or something on my scale. Right now, I think... Oh yeah, Legion.
Terrible darkness has returned to our world.
Wrath is still my favorite. Then probably Classic WoW.
As before, it seeks to annihilate everything that we hold dear. I go to face it, knowing I may not return.
They're coming! They're coming back!
Yeah, Anduin was still a kid.
All my life I have lived by the sword. I've seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain.
Dude, I can't believe this was almost like 10 years ago at this point.
It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much. But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance.
Oh god,
faith.
Sylvanas.
Open fire!
This is pretty sick as well. Oh yeah, the Infernals. We're going down. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Anduin, I now believe, as you do, that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it, you must be willing to fight.
This is always pretty epic. I'm not even a big Alliance person, but having him like come out of the water and just be like, "Wah."
For Azeroth!
Yeah, like that was a cool one. I'm starting to see the trend actually, because we had the first couple cinematics were like, come into this world, we got this crazy villain, you're gonna fight him. Same with like Deathwing, and then Pandaria did a shift where it was like, hey, we're gonna go visit Pandaria, and here's the pandas. And then Draenor was like, here's an event that happened that'll tie into the expansion and who you're gonna talk to. And then Legion was just kind of like, oh whoops, more of like an action scene, and it's like, hey, come join us.
Ours is a cycle of hatred.
Like, come fight with us, right?
Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
Close ranks! Advance has won! Lordaeron will be ours! My king, we have her cornered.
Keep firing!
I actually forgot a lot about this trailer. Honestly, this just reminds me on how annoying it is to get to the Undercity right now. So every time you port there, it like ports you to the new version and it's all like, there's a bunch of gas and poison and it just kills you. It's like, can we just like change the Undercity so it doesn't kill you when you port there? That's just what it makes me think of. Honestly, this is a pretty cool, like, Alliance versus Horde type of cinematic.
Push forward!
Damn, he got roasted.
Stand as one for the Alliance!
I actually like that cinematic a lot. And I will say, there's no, it's like, it makes you feel like Alliance versus Horde. Yeah, we're going to fight for the Horde, for the Alliance. But then you don't really know why you're fighting. It's just like, yeah, I want to fight. Like, they don't really go into that. But I go, you know what? I think for a cinematic trailer, like, that was pretty solid. I actually like that more than, I think Mist and Draenor. Maybe even, I think I like it more than Legion as well. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ice Crown. A monument to our suffering. The veil between life and death. Where a usurper sits on a frozen throne. But no king rules forever.
You know, initially, this is kind of cool, right? We're like tying back to Wrath. You got Bolvar, like we're going up there with the throne and everything. And I think it actually was pretty sick, like before we knew what Shadowlands was, right? I actually think this is kind of cool before we knew what Shadowlands was. Damn, she got wrecked. Oh, never mind.
Unfit to wear this crown. To wield so much power.
Man, they could have went so many different directions with this.
Power will be your prison.
This world is a prison.
To be fair, that is pretty sick. Like the world opening up and like all that, like that is cool, and it is cool to look at that in game and the sky and everything.
Will set us all free.
But it's Shadowlands. We know it has the jailer in it. We know what happens. It's just the cinematic was actually decent. Like, it definitely wasn't my favorite one, but it was all right. Oh yeah, the Dragonflight one. The Dragonflight one kind of confused me when I first saw it.
It cries out in pain. We must go to its aid. we entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers. Let the land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land. Then, you must light the beacon of Tearhold, lest the path home be lost to us forever.
And I'm still... I've literally played Dragonflight at this point. It's still like... I don't know. It's just kind of confusing. Like, okay, there was these statues, now they're coming back to life. Am I just dumb? Okay, he's gonna climb up into the volcano mountain. Like, honestly, I'm still confused. And it feels like, this almost feels like one of those things where if you know what it is, it's like, oh, this is cool. Like, I understand what this is. Like, we're referencing whether it was like old gods or other stuff. But like, if you don't know what's going on, you're just like, yeah, this is all right. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if you've never seen Arthas or Illidan or any of these guys before, or like even some of these other cinematics, you can still be like, oh yeah, battle happening, Horde versus Alliance. You know, fighting an evil villain. This just feels like I think I understand he's like trying to do something. And then he's done it, and he's like, I'm falling, but then Alex Straza saves him.
The world is healing, but her fate is yet uncertain.
Like, honestly, I would have just preferred a cinematic
We shall be Azeroth's protectors.
almost on
once
par
again.
with classic WoW, where it was just like a bunch of dragons flying
The
around,
new
showing us
age
Dragonflight,
of dragons shall begin.
and then like kind of hinting more at like what we're gonna get into. Like, I don't know, that just I'm like still so confused after watching that. I'm just like, oh, okay. And I feel like a new player to WoW would be like, let's check out this new expansion. Would also be like, what? You know, I don't know. I feel like they could have went more old school with that one.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
I am not that person anymore. I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Yo, honestly, this is like, I'm realizing this is the first like emotional cinematic they've done since like maybe Arthas.
They're getting worse. Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
You know, seeing the sword kind of takes me out of the mood. So that just makes me remember the sword. That's just stuck in the syllabus. So, I mean, that was like, honestly, for not having any action or anything crazy, like that was a pretty solid, like, you know, emotional type of trailer. I appreciate them trying something different there. Like, I think it was all right. I think some people like it a lot. I think it was okay. I think it was better than some of the like cinematics we've seen that are just kind of like pure action or whatever. Like, I'm glad they tried that one and tried something different. Here we are, the new one.
Illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light.
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
This has got honestly my biggest problem with this trailer is I really do wish they would have went like Lord of the Rings 2 Towers or whatever, Twin Towers. I always mix it up. I don't know if it's 2 or 2. I think it's 2 Towers, right? Where they would just kind of show more of that
grow.
And like Xalatath's coming to get him.
How much longer?
And like
can
hope
you
is like
hold out?
falling, but there's like glimmers of hope. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was hoping
Save
for.
yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you. You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength. I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us.
Like here, then they show up. And they're gonna like save the day, right? Or like fight it off. Honestly, now that I've seen like all the cinematics, this is very
Sunwell will not fall.
Legion or Warlords of Draenor.
Draw breath.
Like it really does give like Legion or Draenor types of vibes. And honest, like now that I watch it again, like it's okay. I think I was harder on it after like seeing it the first time. I was like, you know, that's kind of, it sucks. It's Marvel-y. But like now that I've seen all the cinematics and I go back and like watch all of them, I'm almost like, it kind of feels a little more like those Draenor Legion ones, right? Where it's like something bad's happening, but hey, you know what? Let's go fight it. And I think out of all the cinematics we watched, I actually thought Dragonflight was like the worst one. Like they could have gone so many different ways with that. It was just confusing, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. I really just didn't know what was happening. And then I think a lot of the ones after Cataclysm were just like, they were cool, but they weren't like amazing. I mean, the reason I love the first ever cinematic is because it's showing you the World of Warcraft. You get to go into it, right? Yeehaw. But you know, Burning Crusade, Wrath, and Cataclysm, I really love how they just focus on the villain in those. And it's like, here's the villain, here is their power, and I don't think you're going to be able to handle it. And I think if they would have did that for Xalatath, I would have really appreciated that more. Like, here's the villain, here's her crazy power, and then maybe at the end, you know, she's killing a bunch of people, she's blowing stuff up, the Void's attacking, she's like, I'm going to take the Sunwell, right? And then instead of having them show up and be like, ah, right, I would have had them just kind of like, you know, show up and be like, we'd love to see you try, or something like that, right? Where they're going to like hold their ground. And you're like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Like, I want to go join them. I want to defend the Sunwell and all this stuff. I would have liked that. I think that would have been cooler. So that's just my opinion. So let me know down in the comments section what your favorite and least favorite trailers were and why. And yeah, that was fun. That was 51 minutes. Oh my God. So like, comment, subscribe. If you want more videos, I'll put up some playlists there. I got pointless top 10 hour-long compilations. I also got other stuff I'll put up there. So, okay. See ya.